This is Go Figure, day 26. The third reason I'd like to also be an inaction figure, I said, is that I still hit the floor sometimes, even though I no longer fight professionally. Sometimes it's circumstances like a stroke that drop you. Sometimes it's a competitor or just someone in the right place at the right time. And sometimes it's you, poor habits or poor judgment, even if you thought long and hard. But you don't know what you don't know. When it comes down to it, I want anyone who looks at my action figure to see me just as much as an inaction figure, someone who takes action, but who sometimes gets stopped, but someone who never stays down. You just find a way to keep moving. This is beautiful, Max said. There's only one problem. Lesson on the left. This applies to everyone. Each of us is an action figure and an inaction figure, a champ and a chump, a winner and a loser. No one has it all together all the time. So like I said previously, these are just words. And I know that when you're down and out, when you're going through a tough day at school, when you're going through something tough at home, when you feel like your friends change direction, they no longer like you, they make fun of you, they point at you. I get that in those moments, the things I'm saying are just words. And I'm not asking that you remember these words and then you feel better all of a sudden, because you can't. You're in the pain. You're in the pain. You're in the hurt. But what I'm asking is that as you're hurting, as you're in the pain, to remember these words, cling to them, believe in them, and just keep going. And then tomorrow the sun comes up. And then the next day the sun comes up. And then the next day the sun comes up. You see, one of the most difficult parts of wrestling is making weight, is cutting weight, losing weight, stepping on a scale, having it read a certain weight. And that takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of discipline. And cutting weight, which means losing weight to make weight, never gets easy. It never gets easy, but it gets more and more doable. So I'm not saying that the pain you're going through will just get easy someday. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is it will get more doable, that with each passing day, you'll find a way to keep moving forward in a more and more doable, possible way. But it takes that commitment on your end. I've used this before on this podcast series, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what's going to hit you. You don't know what's going to knock you down. And that's why I believe in those habits that we talk about here in the book. Proper habits, proper nutrition, exercise, movement, sunlight, being open and honest about your feelings and emotions. All of these things help contribute to your ability to keep moving forward when you get knocked down. In the last note there in the lesson, no one has it all together all the time, despite what Instagram might tell you, despite what your social media might tell you. Nobody has it together all the time. I've trained with the toughest fighters. I've fought the toughest fighters in the world, and even they were scared.